Yo, what's going on, man? It is Kimber the Realtor, man. So, what are we talking about today, man? We're talking about real estate scams in real estate. It goes hand in hand. It happens more than you think, man. Especially with the title theft scams, man. They're putting your signature on false deeds and they're trying to obtain the property that way. And it's happening, man. These lenders are showing up to your doorsteps like, "Hey, where's my money?" You know, but on another note, we're going to talk about this video that I came across, and I may be late to it, but I want to know y'all feedback. I want to know, how do you guys feel about this video and also the current state of real estate right now? Like, is it slow for you guys? Are you looking for the market to crash? Are you looking for it to pick back up? Like, what are you thinking? I know a lot of agents have dropped out of being a real estate agent. Now, I'm going to play this video here. This is about two men indicted on fraud charges for Airbnb scams, man. Now, I noticed that I don't hear anyone talking about those Airbnbs because a lot of people do not want to work with these people that want to have these Airbnbs, especially like, I don't know, condos, and it just brings a lot of problems, you know. But yeah, let me play this video. Before we get started, I need for you to just like, man, just, you know what I'm saying, just like, show me some love, man. Now I'll post more videos, but let's get into the nitty gritty. I'm done talking, so let's go.
Authorities are calling it a double booking bait and switch scam that cashed in $8.5 million, according to a new indictment unsealed on Wednesday. Two men, Shrey Goyal of Miami and Shanique Rahia of Denver, are facing fraud charges for over 10,000 misleading listings on short-term rental sites Airbnb and Vervel.
These individuals controlled about 100 properties throughout the country.
They were located in Los Angeles, Denver, Chicago, Savannah, South Bend, Cleveland, Nashville, Austin, and Milwaukee, among other places.
They would use these properties to double book and drive out the prices for the properties. When it came time for the consumers to use the properties, they would then cancel on the people who weren't the highest bidders.
Authorities say the scheme had several moving parts, using numerous fake host accounts with names like Alex and Brittany, Jess and Tyler, or Chris and Becky. Goyo, Raheyu, and their associates would post multiple listings of the same property on websites like Airbnb and Verbal at different prices on the same dates. Once booked, they'd select the guest who booked at the highest rate. Others would get an urgent call minutes before their check-in, explaining an unforeseen issue like a plumbing mishap. Guests were then offered a different property, misleading them to think it was similar or even an upgrade.
I attempted to rent an Airbnb in Chicago with friends and was told at the last minute that I wouldn't be able to check in due to a plumbing issue.
Ali Conti fell prey to the scam while on vacation with friends. She says the host told her she would need to stay at a location different than the one she had booked, sharing photos of what looked like a clean 8-bedroom house. Instead, she says she arrived to find a grimy, rundown home.
It was kind of in squalor, and then found out that I was unable to get a refund. I begrudgingly stayed at this disgusting new location for a couple of days.
A seasoned journalist, Conti started digging. Others who booked with the same host, sending her photos of tattered furniture with apparent cigarette burn holes. Much of what she uncovered became the basis for the DOJ's investigation.
I received essentially a steady stream of emails from people begging for help.
According to the indictment, promises to guests of a half or full refund for their troubles went unfulfilled. And if guests canceled, Goyo and Rahita allegedly lied to the platforms, saying guests had stayed in the property. Many of the victims they harmed identified as Black.
Just as concerning is that they would base their decisions on who to rent to based on discrimination and prejudice.
An attorney representing Mr. Goyle telling NBC News his client denies allegations and looks forward to defending against them in court.
Whoa. Knowing that they were going after Black individuals specifically is just, it's not a thing of like, let me break this out. It's not a thing of me being surprised, right? Because I understand the society that we live in, you can't expect everyone to even like one another. I mean, that's just what it is. People were raised different. But to go after a specific group is just it's just wild to me. The ultimate finesse, man. This is a finesse, and this I think this is why people started back converting, going to like hotels, because these Airbnbs, for one, they don't be all hyped up of what you think it is, man. Once you get there, and then the rules that they have in place, the hidden cameras, even though they're not supposed to have those. Um, I think that's an invasion of privacy to me. You know, if you're sitting up there watching someone in your home that you decided to rent out or put on Airbnb, I mean, I get the outside cameras, I get that, but you know, it's some real pedophile stuff going on, man, with these Airbnb people, man, and the people that are hosting it. So I think this is really going to affect the business. In my eyes, I feel like they're going to put in more guidelines, more stipulations, to the point where it's harder for people to actually kind of make money on that platform because of things like this. You know what they say, man, don't let one bad apple spoil it for everyone. But unfortunately, I feel like this is because, and if you think about it, it's pretty ingenious, man. I mean, you know, me on the outside looking in, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And then come up with these strategic comebacks of like, yeah, we're having plumbing issues, so I have to reassign you this and that, and then it's non-refundable. What? Oh man. You have to look out for these scams. That's just what it is. Like, these scams, they're big and they're not going to stop. As much as people try to prevent these things from happening, scammers will always find loopholes in things, right? And this is what they do. As I mentioned about even with the title fraud, but I said they forge your signature on false deeds. They create like fake identities using stolen social security numbers. And then your house becomes their house. With the deed now in their name, they become the homeowners and they go to the bank and try to refinance the mortgage, or they will refinance the mortgage. Man, we're living in scary times, I will say, because you can be living your life, but someone else could also be living your life as well. You know, don't think too deep about that. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that particular video that I just shared. How do you feel about the current state of real estate? How do you feel about scams in general when it comes to real estate? Leave comments down below. Tell me how you feel. It's Kimber the Realtor. And yeah, nothing else to be said. My famous I can't even talk right now. My famous slogan is, don't talk dirty, I talk dirty to you. Like that, I am out.